You are 12 years old. Your mother sits across from you at the kitchen table with her hands flat on the wood, and she says the name. Not as a story, not slowly. She says it the way you say a word you have been holding in your mouth too long. Straight out. One name. Your father's name. You do not move. You sit with your hands in your lap and you look at the table and you wait for the feeling to come. It does not come. There is just the kitchen and the sound of the clock on the wall and your mother's face doing something you have never seen it do before, and the name sitting between you like something neither of you knows how to pick up. You go to bed that night and you stare at the ceiling and the name is still there. You are 15 years old. The radio in the front room crackles and a voice announces the surrender. Your mother turns it off immediately. She stands with her back to you and her hand still on the dial, and she does not move for a long time. Outside, the street fills with sound, people crying, people shouting, a church bell starting up somewhere in the distance. You go to the window and look out at all of it, and you think about the name your mother said 3 years ago at the kitchen table, and you understand for the first time what it means. Not the man, the scale of the man, what he did, how many. The numbers are in the newspapers for weeks after, and you read every one of them, and you do not stop reading until you have made yourself hold the full weight of what the name attached to you actually is. You are 17 years old. You have a new name now. Your mother arranged it through a man she will not identify who made documents that look real because they are real, just wrong. You carry the new name in your mouth and practice it until it sits naturally on your tongue. You practice your signature. You write it 100 times on a piece of paper and then burn the paper in the sink and watch it turn to ash and wash the ash away. The old name goes with it. You move to a city where nobody knows your face. You find a room in a building full of people who are all doing the same thing, running from something the war left behind, and nobody asks questions because nobody wants to answer questions. You get work in a warehouse moving boxes. Your hands are raw by the end of the first week. You go back the second week. You go back every week after that. The work is the same every day, and the sameness of it is the thing you need most right now. Sameness means nothing is moving toward you. You are 19 years old. The Nuremberg trials are in every newspaper. You read them the way you read something written specifically about you, even though your name appears nowhere in them. Goering in the dock with his headphones on. Hess claiming he cannot remember. The photographs of what was found in the camps printed in full on the front pages because the editors decided the world needed to see and not look away. You look at every photograph. You do not look away. You sit in your room and you go through every page and you look at everything they print and you make yourself stay with it because looking away feels like something you do not have the right to do. Your hands shake by the third day. You keep reading. You finish every page. You are 21 years old. There is a man at the warehouse who survived the camps. You know this because he has a number on his forearm that he never covers and never explains and does not need to explain. He works 2 stations down from you. He is precise and completely silent and the fastest worker in the building. The foreman leaves him alone. Everyone leaves him alone. One afternoon he drops a crate and it splits, and the two of you are the closest, so you help him collect what spilled. You work beside each other on the floor for 4 minutes without speaking. At the end, he looks at you and nods once. You nod back. He picks up his side of the crate and returns to his station. You stand there for a moment after he walks away. You think about the name. You think about it the way you think about a wound you have stopped checking because checking it changes nothing. It is there. It will always be there. The man 2 stations down carries his number on his arm every day, and you carry the name inside you every day, and neither of you chose what you carry, and neither of you will ever put it down. You go back to work. You are 23 years old. A woman at the bakery near your building has been learning your order for 2 months. No seeds. She has it right now without asking. She talks while she wraps the bread. Small things. The weather, the price of flour going up again. She laughs easily, and you have noticed the specific way her whole face changes when she does, and you have filed it away in the place where you keep things you cannot do anything with. She asks your name one morning. You give her the name you use. She repeats it and says it suits you, and you smile and pay and walk out and stand on the pavement outside with the bread under your arm and the sun on your face and the street full of people going somewhere, and you stand there longer than you need to. You are not going to tell her. You are not going to tell anyone. This is not a decision you made once. It is a decision you make every day. Every person who gets close enough to ask a real question is another version of the same door you do not open. You have learned to like people from exactly the right distance, close enough to be human, far enough to be safe. You are 25 years old. A journalist publishes an article about Hitler's bloodline, rumors of a child, a woman who claimed a relationship during the First War. The article is speculative. It names no one. It proves nothing. You read it 4 times in your room with the door locked, and by the 4th reading, your hands are steady. You fold the newspaper. You put it in the rubbish. You wash your face in the sink and look at yourself in the mirror above it for a long time, around the eyes. You have always known what is there. You look until you are finished looking, and then you dry your hands and you go to work. At the warehouse, the man with the number on his forearm nods when you arrive. You nod back. You take your station. The foreman blows the whistle and the work begins, and the sound of the building fills everything completely. The press of boxes, the creak of the pulleys, the foreman's voice cutting across the floor. And you are just a man doing a job in a city that does not know your real name. The boxes move. The day passes. You do not look up.